Hi guys, I'm gonna walk you through an activity that I want you to kind of work it along with me. So you may have to pause every once in a while to do what I'm doing and then hit play again when you're ready to go. You're gonna need a sheet of paper. I'm using plain white just so you can see more clearly, but you can do it on lined or graph paper, it's fine. You're gonna need a pencil and then either a ruler or maybe like a piece of cardboard from your recycling, or I'm going to use a little note card here. Okay, so hit pause if you need to go get those supplies. All right, so now that you have what you need, we're going to start by making 2 dots on your paper, and you can make them anywhere you want. 2 points on your paper. Don't make them like too far apart here, and you'll see why in a minute. Make them, a reasonable distance, maybe like within an inch or 2 of each other. Okay, we're gonna label one of them dot A, point A, and we're gonna label this one point B. So what I'm gonna show you how to do is how to dilate a point using one of these points using the other point as the center of dilation. So we're going to say that A is the center of dilation for this activity. Maybe you remember that last week we were working with the origin, 0.00, on the coordinate grid as the center of dilation. This time we don't have a grid, and we're going to use A as our center of dilation. And let's say that we want to dilate point B to a scale factor, using a scale factor of, let's say 2. So we're going to want a scale factor of 2. We're going to dilate B. Now this is hard to do because I'm holding my phone with one hand and I'm trying to use these materials with the other hand, but I'm going to make the best of it. Okay, so I'm going to use my straight edge. Now if you have a ruler, this is a little easier because you could measure how far point B is from point A. So say it was like 3 centimeters. And then you could go 3 more centimeters to put your new point, B prime, on. If you don't have a ruler, and you're just using a straight edge like me, you're going to want to line it up so that the straight edge is at the corner. The corner, is at point A, your center of dilation. I'm just going to make a little mark where B was. And then I'm going to make a straight line. I'm going to make a ray. Excuse my wiggling. I'm trying to hold this with my elbow here. Make a ray from point A straight out through point B. I don't really know how far it's going to have to go. I can estimate that if this is 1, 2 would maybe be about here. So I want to make sure I make my line at least that far, my ray at least that far. And I've already kind of marked off how far B is from A here on my note card with this little tick mark. So we're just going to scoot this down, and I'm going to line up. This was where A was. I'm going to line it up on the ray, and I see my little tick mark. So this is where B prime is going to be. Now you can see how a ruler would be a lot more precise, but I don't know if everybody has a ruler at home, so it's possible to do it even without a ruler. So you notice that my scale factor of 2 resulted in a point that was farther away from point A, from my center of dilation, than my original. Okay, let's add another point close to A, maybe a little farther away than B was. You could be doing this off to the top or the left or the right, whatever side you want. Let's just say this is point C down here, okay? And now, let's say that I want to move C. I want to dilate C from my center of dilation A using a scale factor of 1/2. Now, I want you to think for a minute. Pause the video if you need to. Where-ish is my point C prime going to end up? I hope you said it's going to end up about here. A scale factor of 1/2 is going to be moving it closer to point A. So it's going to be like about half as far from point A as C was originally. So C prime is going to be right about here. Just like I did before, I'm going to use my straight edge here. If you have a ruler, again, you can measure, cut the distance in half. I'm going to draw a straight line. It's hard to do with one hand. I'm going to draw a straight line from A, like a ray from A down to C. And I don't have to pass it through C. I can actually make it a line segment that starts at A and ends at C because I don't need any of this line outside of C. I know my point is going to be closer. So I'm going to mark off where C is, and I want half of this distance. So I'm actually going to fold this in half. So I've matched up the corner where A was with where C is. And when I open it up, I have a little crease where halfway is. And I can put, sorry about this crazy camera angle here. I can mark right here where the crease is. That is where C prime is going to be. That's halfway. Okay, so if you were just watching, not following along and doing some of this yourself, go ahead now and do this yourself. Again, you can make your original points coming off the top or the left or the right, wherever it fits on your paper. I want you to bring this sheet of paper with your stuff on it to school on Tuesday. See you then.